Alright, welcome to the stream. As the title says, we're going to be starting by pulling for Arlecchino. I am very much hoping for her, but I only have like 51 pulls, so I'm really hoping that streamer luck kicks in, that I get my first instance of streamer luck, and that it's really good, because if I don't at least get Arlecchino, obviously, I also want to get her weapon, but if I don't at least get her, then I'm gonna be upset. But there's only one way to know whether or not I'm going to get her, and that's by just fucking doing it. So let's go. Starting off strong with, I believe, C2 Lynette, so that's nice. I believe that's also C2 Zhongling, so that's nice. C3 Zhongling, okay. C3 Lynette, okay. So far I'm not mad about what I've been getting, but we know who I'm here for. A lot of Lynette. That's amazing. Well, that's all the wishing I'm going to be doing for now. But got quite a few constellations at least. Those 600 Primogems, those 600 Primogems definitely aren't going to get me to another 10 pull, right? No. Very close though. Yeah, fuck daily commissions. We're just gonna go straight to the new region. So, yeah. That round of wishing did not turn out how I was hoping for, but who can really be surprised? That's why it's a good thing that that Arlecchino came out with a new area of the map and I believe a new Archon quest. I may be wrong about that, but point being, there's lots of Primogems in my future. Now, where is there a wave rider summoning point? Oh, there's also just a teleport point that I already have unlocked. That's right, I forgot they made that change. Oh, that's easier. I do not have any Hydroxify on me. I thought I would be able to walk away, but I was wrong. Hey you! Aw, man. No, boss, it's just these boxes are way too heavy. If we lug them all up, I think the ship might... Might what? This is treasure here. Treasure! You're just gonna leave profit on the ground like that? But if we load everything on board, plus ourselves, I don't think the boat can hold all that weight. Ha, that's an easy one. If we just leave a couple of you here on this island, we can bring all the treasure back, now can't we? Oh, a cunning plan, boss. Wait, I'm one of the ones you're talking about. I'm one of the ones you're taking with, right? I don't want to get captured by those golems. You've seen what happens to anyone they catch. Then stop yapping and start moving. If the Dark Lord's lackeys catch up, we're all done for. Dark Lord's lackeys? Are they putting on some kind of show? Wait, boss, there's people over there. Blue, why don't we go and ask them? Oi, you! Yeah, you, the big one and the tiny thing. What are you skulking over there for? Well, time to kill. Huh? Blood, what are you saying? Anyway, we should talk to them first. Damn, can't believe Paimon shut me down. From the looks of you, you must be foreigners. And here I thought you were minions of Dark Lord Ramus. This is Blood and Paimon's Paimon. And you're right, we're travelers. Oh, but who's this Dark Lord Ramus you mentioned? Has he finished playing his part already? What are you talking about, Paimon? You don't even know who the Dark Lord is? Alright, I get it. I suppose it is up to me to educate you, oh ignorant outlanders. As you know, this was once a peaceful town. In those days, it was not yet named Petrichor. We Fontanians lived here in peace and safety until the golem armies of the Dark Lord Ramus came. He was an awful tyrant, one who claimed to be the ruler of all waters. His forces had already obliterated countless towns and cities before arriving at ours. He took our lands, polluted the sources of pure water, and even tried to use music to tempt us. They raised high bell towers and fortresses, and even the Dark Lords fell melody to enslave. I cannot speak, I swear to God. And the Dark Lords in fell melody enslaved our kin. But we, Fontanians free, rejected his rule. Thus did I and the warriors under my command march to war all across the land. Ooh, nice world building, very detailed. And then, what happened next? How did you defeat the Dark Lord? The Dark Lord's golems are each mighty beyond measure. How could we be their match? Still, we had the aid of Est the Quick-Witted this time. With his aid, we infiltrated the Dark Lord's fell keep and reclaimed the treasures he and his minions plundered from us Fontanians. Like the boss said, what is it we're doing again? Oh, yeah. Disrupting the special military maneuvers being conducted by the Dark Lord's legions. Totally a brilliant plan. You're the protagonists of your play, yet you aren't on the up and up. So, where's this Dark Lord? When does he take the stage? Ha! Do you think we'd still be lugging treasure if he showed up? Ha! Like as not, we'd what is this sentence structure? Like as not, we'd all have been turned to into golems already. Just like S probably was. S the pitiful now, more like. Whoa, he totally helped you and you guys just left him behind and ran away. Are you sure you guys aren't the baddies? Baddies don't get to be the protagonists. Paimon, that's just not true. That's literally just not the case. What do you mean, protagonists? Take the stage. Oi, where from I'm standing. God, I cannot talk. Oi, from where I'm standing, it's looking like you're really just his minions, dressed up as foreigners. I can tell from all your blabbering on about performances and plays. Eh? I mean, you guys aren't putting on a performance? So you won't fess up to unless we char you first, eh? Let's get 'em, boys. Damn, I believe y'all chose death.
Watch out! Umbrella warfare, I guess. Ha! Hiya! Watch out! Cha! Ha!
The thieves, who were beaten so badly they couldn't even spare a thought for their treasures, fled on their boat. There they go, huh? Guess they weren't acting after all. But what was this treasure they were talking about? Dark Lord this, Dark Lord's keep that. No way any of that's real. Why don't we have a look at the treasure? But we don't know where this stuff came from. Paimon expressing disinterest in treasure? Say it isn't so. Paimon's just worried that, well, what if, well, just in case there's some kind of evil Dark Lordy trap in it. Guess there's no dissuading you, but please be careful, okay? What's up with that cat in the background? And so, as it happens, there were no traps in the container of the evil Dark Lordy variety or otherwise. But there was no valuable treasure within either. Within was naught but heavy shards of shattered stone. Paimon knew they were all just a bunch of frauds. There's no treasure at all. Or is this shabby excuse for a statue some kind of priceless artifact? Let's go to Petrichor and ask around. Maybe it's some kind of landmark or lucky mascot or something. The cat's gone. It was sitting on this rock and it fucking disappeared. As for these treasures, How unforgettable the Hortus. How the hell do I say that? How unforgettable the Hortus you were Gedis, overflowing with fruit and flower. How grand and glorious Caesarium. Oh, come on. That's a man made of rock. Imperator. You're finally awake, Imperator. This day is one of great import, the day when we shall sound the great symphony Phobos. There is yet time before the ritual, Imperator, but we should set out. I seem to have had a dream. A dream, Imperator? I did not know that gods could dream. In that case, what did you dream of? The great plains beyond the north wind? The silver tree beneath the frozen soil? Or did you see that golden future that you once showed me? I saw the sea swallowing the earth. The children of white stone and brass sinking. The collapse of all that was once radiant. That prophecy then, Imperator? It is precisely to prevent from happening, to fight against inevitable fate, that we are here today. Just as you said, we have paid much for it, but once we are free of fate's shackles, those sacrifices shall not have been in vain. In this I have had faith ever since I accepted this body and became a Remurian. Apologies, Imperator. Forgive my lack of manners. In any case, please, come with me. What the fuck? Though you bestowed undying gladness upon the people, allowing humanities to fear the tides of the deep nevermore, our souls are still bound by the shackles of Fortuna. The burden of fate is not something mortal souls can bear, but Phobos shall weave the path of fate on our behalf, leading us forward on the path of justice. The melody of the symphony will flow through the waterways to the high sea, and soon, Remuria, no, all of humanity will be freed from the unconscionable tyranny of fate and welcome an eternal utopian future. And then, one day, the people will no longer need the guidance of Phobos and will be able to play their own symphony. Ramus, you once said you would create a future free from the shackles of divine destiny. Yet your realm now lies violently shattered, and the chasm you tried to bridge has grown deeper still. the immortal race you created, and the peoples of the waters are slaughtering one another. And now, the so-called Eternal City, too, faces imminent collapse. You cannot control your own creation. The symphony has brought neither justice nor happiness, but instead has become the source of all sin. Though their flesh and blood may have been sundered from water and soil, the lost souls guide them upon the path of inevitable death nonetheless. The curse of Fortuna is upon your people, and beyond you. Do you still remember our promise? That is our last resort, as long as the symphony is played. Is this the only way you usurper lords of humanity know to atone after bringing things to ruination? Still, your resolve, at least, does not shame your kingly crown. And a promise was made indeed. Therefore, allow me to bear witness to your end. O king cursed by fate, drown thyself in song, wine, and feast, for the day of judgment has not yet come. Blued, please, wake up. Just now... Ah! You scared me to death, Blued. Blued, you suddenly just completely stopped moving and started staring at the statue, like you were a statue yourself. Paimon thought you had been turned to stone by the Dark Lord's evil curse. What was that noise? Oh, thank you for the follow. I think I had a strange daydream. There really isn't a curse, is there? Blued, are you okay? I'm fine. Sorry for making you worry. As long as you're not hurt, yeah, we should definitely go to Petrichor first. Petrichor Dream. That's a very interesting title.
Feeling lucky?
Okay, I'm gonna turn down the music some, because this is just so loud, at least for me. That's not the right one. Hello there, citizen. If you require shelter, simply head to the bell tower in the city center. The savages have been getting all bold and uppity lately, so be on your guard. And you are? Loretus Vicetinus am I, under the auxilia of Makimos Legio III. So long as we are here, we shall suffer no despicable invaders to step within the city walls. City walls? Where'd they come from? Are we not within our defensive walls as we speak? Ah, wait, I see. You're testing me. Why, just as Dominus Boethius once said, the mighty legions are the true walls of the Empire.
Barbarians have been getting uppity of late. We must step up our patrols.
I got that guy's voice entirely wrong.
Lock nights? Ridiculous ravings and nothing more.
Those auxilia of barbarian stock are spreading overwrought rumors about those Lock Knights again. I should suggest to Dominus Boethius that we stamp these ridiculous ravings out completely. I would like to know more about the Lock Knights. Fret not about the lies those slaves tell. I'm sorry, what? Those what? Huh? Their so-called Lock Knights are facetious, far-fetched fictions. They spread rumors and call those barbarians who worship a false god knights, believing that they shall one day free them from their fated duties. I do not condemn such folly, for folly is the way of the lowly. Yet their delusions are fanned ever hotter, such that their melodies are tranquil no longer. They must be cured. Once the disturbances here have subsided, I shall act forcefully to correct such strange skeins of supposition. Delusion and weakness both breed turmoil. I'm doing good. I'm
The Lock Nights? Ridiculous ravings
Chin
and
up,
nothing.
soldiers! Look to your equipment. Don't lose them again.
I'm doing good. I failed to get Arlecchino, so I've lost a lot of hope for getting her, but with any luck, I think with luck I will at least get her.
Everything's going as planned.
Welcome, travelers, O traversers of dreamscapes. I am the bell ringer at the intersection clock tower, the guide that welcomes travelers to the Eternal City. I love the energy that the traveler is coming into this with. Like, what are we doing, bro? So, valiant guardian, shall we find the Eternal City to our left or to our right? Wait, you're in character already? Are you sure you're okay? Leaving that aside for now, all the townspeople we ran into on the way over here were acting weird. Do you know what that's about? Why, everyone has gone to Makimos already. I imagine that they now dwell under the protection of the Sebastos. Wow, so in addition to the Dark Lord Ramus, we've now we've got a Sebastos? This is getting more complicated by the minute. It's 2 names, Paimon. Are you okay? Dark Lord Ramus. It would appear that in your journey you have crossed paths with those uncouth barbarians. That is indeed a blasphemous title with which they besmirch the Sebastus Ramus, our mighty imperator. Oh, so they're both the same Ramus. They're the same person after all. But it is of no consequence. The Sebastos may not be defined by the narrow notions of the tribal mob. Those despicable insects may speak slander as they wish, but the wise, inspired by his noblest ideals, will yet come forth in their droves. Yeah, I'm pretty new to streaming. My first stream was, I think, in April of last year, and the next 4 streams I did, my mic was not working properly for any of them. But I just got a new headset recently, so I've gotten back on it, and I want to eventually create content for a living, so I've been trying to stream as much as possible. I need to try and make some changes to my gameplay scene because things aren't working properly. When the bell of eternity tolls, all that has ever come to pass shall be erased, and all will be reborn, regardless of who they are or where they are from. Be grateful and rejoice. Praise be. What should we do, Blood? The person still seems lucid, but all the stuff he's spouting is all kinds of whack. You think we've got a sleepwalker here? Maybe he's dreaming? Do you name me a dreamer? The symptoms do match. Dreaming? I certainly... Oh man, he died. Hey, you... Uh-oh, he's out cold. Travelers from outside? Halt. Excellent. You two look completely mentally sound. Finally, a normal person. Seriously, what's going on in this town? Before that, let's get this gentleman somewhere safe. Can't leave him lying here, can we? He'll catch a cold. Though the risk of catching a cold might not be the most important thing right now, you still work together with the quote-unquote normal person to move the incoherently rambling bell ringer onto a nearby bench. What is up with this cat? I'm very suspicious. Anyway, allow me to reintroduce myself. Call me Est. I'm a member of the town's Daydream Club. I'm the only member present right now, though. Paimon's Paimon, and he's Blood. We're passing adventurers. Adventurers, you say? You're not here to look for that castle or whatever, are you? Wait, you introduced yourself as Est. We've heard that name before. It was you who brought the bandits into the Dark Lord's castle, was it not? Huh? Wait, what? So, you've also... No, we're wide awake. Trust us. We don't get why everyone's saying all sorts of crazy things. You tell Est about how you met and drove the bandits who saw the shattered stones as treasure away outside of town. Oh, it's them. Where to begin? The legend of the Fated Castle has never been a secret. Adventurers like them come looking for it every once in a while. And whether it's because the impression the name Golden Troop conjures up is nothing more than poetic imagery, or because... Yeah, I would be quite interested in that. Give me one moment. So I have just added my link tree to my bio on Twitch. Definitely took me too long to do that. But if you would like to DM me on one of my social medias, we can discuss that more in depth after the stream. And whether it's because the impression the name Golden Troop conjures up is nothing more than poetic imagery, or because the castle was built millennia ago, it's more likely than not that nothing of value remains there now. But would they ever listen? Of course not. No sooner than I, no sooner had I brought them over to the ruins in the mountains than they began destroying statues and stuffing them into boxes like people possessed. I could not stop them alone, so I went back to town to get help. I'd never imagined I'd find nothing but dazed stares and mad ramblings all about. It was like everyone had fallen under some hypnotic spell. The Daydream Club has researched hypnosis before, but nothing like this. But something like this is far, far beyond our capabilities. My hypothesis is that something abnormal has occurred within the ruins. According to the records. Actually, why are we the only ones not affected? Interesting. Most interesting. Perhaps we can find a solution in the ruins. Why don't you wait here, Est? Leave the adventuring to us. If you come too, you might get turned into a golem. Aw, is that your cat, Est? It's so cute. No, though the fellow who studied hypnotism would say that there were creatures with they are creatures with keen senses. How odd. That collar, pendant. I could have sworn I've seen that accessory before. Ah, it ran off. Anyway, ignoring the cat question for now, we still have to go to the ruins first and have a look. Say, Est, how can we get there? The ruins? The mountain behind town. Just so happens to be the exact direction that cat ran off in. Then it's time we set off. Things are pretty murky right now. Take extra care. You too, alright? We'll be back. We'll be right back. Don't you worry. Not bad, not bad. Your valor would not know shame, even should it stand in the company of the marshosi hunters of old. Whoa, it's a rare shiny cat. We've seen a whole lot of really strange things on our journey. Even so, a glowing talking cat? Paimon supposes it still makes the rare list. One shall one such as I shall not be dwelled on being called a strange thing. O chosen champions, Blood and Paimon, the time has come for true heroes such as ye to step forth. Come with me unto the ancient kingdom of the deep seas. We must still the chaotic symphony if we are to save the lost souls. Oh, right, I'm the hero. Let the journey begin. Seriously, Blood, how can you fall for this stuff so easily? Very well then, O chosen hero, for the sake of Paimon's tummy tum, stand tall and move with haste to buy her some Fanta. Speaking of, just who are you? I'm not sure I know how to pronounce that. Orinides of Orinopolis. Okay. Must I start from the beginning? Very well. Orinides of Orinopolis is my name, a spirit keeper of the ancient realm. Or what he needs of the where now? Ugh, what a tongue twister. Paimon's just gonna call you Aussie for short. That's close enough, right? What do you think? Okay, this is a really weird coincidence because my cat in real life looks exactly like Orinides of Orinopolis. Like white cat, one blue eye, one yellow eye, green eye, whatever. And his name is Wasi. This is a very interesting coincidence, to me at least. But Aussie says, meow meow? Meow meow? It appears I cannot command this body as I wish, to the extent that bestial behaviors may even overbear me from time to time. If, from the beginning, I could only have... As the two of you can see, the boundaries between past and present have begun to blur thanks to the influence of the chaotic symphony. It is for this reason that I too have awoken. For now, the affected area is yet small. The inhabitants of Petrichor have had their souls taken away. They exist in that maddened, dreamlike state because the symphony has temporarily granted them identities and memories to fill the void left behind. It is as if a vessel filled with pure water has had its contents replaced with wondrous wine, an apt description, considering that those are the memories of ancient history. Those are the memories of ancient history gifted by the symphony. Let Paimon think. So what you're saying is that the townspeople of Petrichor have had their souls stolen? And their bodies have been possessed? That sounds super scary. You said that the affected area isn't very large yet. That is correct, Blood. Of course, eventually, even the court of Fontaine will be consumed if the chosen hero cannot restore harmony to the chaotic melody. Nothing else for it. I am the hero, after all. Yeah, alright then, Aussie, lead the way. Thank you so much. The road to the ancient realm lies beneath this spring you see before you. I have caused a seal on the hidden path to manifest. Next, I shall activate the device that maintains the seal. There we go. Now then, help me retrieve the harp strings, and I shall thus be able to break the seal and open the way. Oh, this is a very big mechanism. I thought it was much smaller. Now then, let us go unto the faded castellum of gold. A faded golden cast? S mentioned something about the legend of the faded castle too, right? Aren't we talking about these ruins? Nay, nay. These are but scraps on the surface. The true castle lies deeper underwater. You sure do know much more than the cats in town, huh, Aussie? You compare me to the cats in town? Such... Follow closely and try not to get lost then. Wow, he just dumped down. Can cats swim?
Quick, let's pack it up.
I'm gonna go see about getting this chest real quick.
I'm loving this treasure hunt.
Huh? Paimon didn't think there'd be such a huge space down below. Guess you do know your stuff, Aussie. This is but the tip of the iceberg. Once an entire nation and the land upon which it was built sank beneath the waves, and my mission is to prevent that which has sunk from resurfacing. Or so I believe. Poof. And just like that, you suddenly seem a lot less reliable. Well, what am I but a cat who knows an inkling more than those in town, hmm? Anyway, we are the sole arbiters of whether the souls of the townsfolk can safely return to their bodies or not. So eyes up now. The fated castle is just through that great gate. Let us continue onward. What? I'm sorry, what was that? This is very interesting. Whoa, Paimon bets lots of people can live in a huge castle like this. But of course, and not just people either. Hey, there you go again, saying creepy stuff with a straight face. Oh, fret not. Surely heroes such as yourselves would dispatch any hidden ghosts or phantoms without breaking a sweat. And what is this? What an exquisite box. Seems like a music box of some kind. Still, it doesn't seem to fit in too well with its surroundings. Good eye. This is indeed a music box, but just as I have knowledge beyond ordinary cats, this music box has functions beyond most others. What, can it speak too? That did not cross my mind. Regrettably, it does not have such a function, for now at least. Anyway, even those who lack any musical knowledge can freely operate the power of the symphony using this box. We will have use of it later, I am sure. Huh? But isn't it because this symphony has gone all wacky that the townsfolk turned into whatever they are now? So what if Blood presses the wrong button or something? What sort of clumsy clod do you take me for, Paimon? Paimon's just thinking about the worst case scenario. Maybe Aussie might jump out of a corner and scare you. One of these unmoving statues might start walking around, or maybe traps might spring out from the ground in the walls. Any of those could happen, right? Peace now, you need not be so fretful. The symphony was mighty, beautiful, and glorious once, an existence that shouldered golden ideals. That it sows chaos upon the surface is a mere mishap of misalignment, the result of evildoers misusing great, glorious power. But were it Blood, surely he would wield its power correctly. That's quite a lot of trust you're putting in us. It might be more accurate to say that I have no other option. I am a mere cat at present, after all. Should I wish to make some use of the music box myself, it might prove somewhat difficult. We have spoken this much. Now to put things to the test. Remember the strings we got from the harp in the ruins? Those were, in truth, the scores on which the symphony was recorded. As long as you place the score into the music box, the box shall play a tune all on its own. is this? Locus Aminus. I'm gonna go with Aminus. It is said that the first terrestrial creatures emerged from the warm oceans. The lands then were fertile, producing in all abundance. The gifts bestowed by fate were so ample that it seemed as if the land itself had been specially prepared for them. A moving melody accompanies the swift ship as it cuts through the azure waves. The outlander gently plucks at the harpstrings, telling his companion, "From here to the end." Okay. Until that day comes. Is that the end of the interaction? Like, what's going on here? Is that it? I'm confused. Oh, that's a pretty happy tune. Pamon's feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. It seems this lock still functions. Well now, are we not safe? Wait, so you weren't even sure if it would work or not? Not completely. One cannot judge by a box by its cover, do you not concur? Paimon gets the feeling that you're not talking about the box at all. But never mind that. What should we do now? The chaotic symphony must be here. If we can locate it, we can retrieve the souls that have been taken from the townsfolk. Then let's have a look around for starters. A reasonable judgment. If memory serves, this castle has a great many strange rooms. Perhaps they are worth investigating first. Also, the castle's central hall plays host to a mysterious stage. Though no more plays shall ever be performed there, it was once an entrance to a place deeper underwater still, where the power of the symphony yet lingers. We must go and check for any further anomalies there. Deeper still? Indeed. I wonder what awaits us there. Hey, now's not the time to leave us hanging, Aussie. You're a surprisingly petty one, aren't you? Still, before the riddle may be solved, we must first find the clues that await us in the castle. Come, let us away. The enigmatic symphony seems to be from a now destroyed civilization. You can use its power to unleash two types of sound waves. Use the power of the symphony to resonate with entities that react to the power of music. Press to activate a pause sound wave and cause specific objects in the area to stop moving. Continuously hold to activate a play sound wave, which will cause specific objects in the area to start moving or reactivate entities activated by a pause sound wave. Special musical notes float above objects that can be influenced by the power of the symphony. When they resonate with specific sound waves, the notes above them will also change. Not all objects that can be influenced by music can resonate with different sound waves. Most of them can only interact with a specific sound wave. Where is it? There we go.
I do love Spina di Rosula's logo. It was designed by my mother. Have you noticed how it's shaped like a heart?
at that. Oh, I'm so scared.
Let's dance. Watch out! Watch out! Hiya!
The Golden Hunter knows far more about Remuria than I expected. According to historical records, the Marechaussee hunters should have first become active a few decades after the fall of Remuria, by which point the concept of Lock Knights had completely died out in Fontaine. No matter the dramatic adaptations, none would put the Marechaussee hunters, Remuria, and Lock Knights together, for these concepts simply do not belong to the same era. Even a 5-year-old child would not commit such a grave error. Yet none of what he discussed seemed to have anything to do with the Golden Troop, but instead was, indeed, as always was, about ancient Remuria. I have a theory that I dare not raise with him directly. Perhaps the Golden Hunter is not the devout orphan called and chosen by Egeria, but is in fact one of the last Remurian remnants. The only problem with this theory is that it cannot explain his immortality. I indirectly broached the issues of the Lock Knights with him. I couldn't discern his expression, but he seemed reluctant to discuss the topic. Quite surprising. After all, it is commonly said the first Marechaussee hunters to follow him were the heirs of the Lock Knights, such as Est and Walter. I'm sorry, what? Huh? Could it be that they were like him? No matter what, according to him, the priority now is to stop blank from awakening the seals. As for these historical questions, they can be left for a later date.
Quick, let's pack it up. Whoa! What a stroke of good luck! let's pack it up. Quick, let's pack it up.
Oh yeah, the cat. What have you to say, Aussie? Meow meow? About these books. Fascinating, no? These books have all been infused with the mysterious power of the symphony that can be activated using the melodies of the music box. Well done. It looks as if you can now skillfully manipulate this musical might. I was right to put my faith in you. There are many books like this one in the castle. Back in the day, nay, let us not dwell on the past. I believe you fully capable of discovering the mysteries within. I am also going to pet him. Damn. Shit, bro. Handshake? Alright. Paimon, have you witnessed so little of the world as to find such things strange? Are we not underwater? Is it not ordinary to see all manner of fish about? Eh? But this big guy looks anything but ordinary. And this voice, I've heard it before. Seriously? You mean from the dream you had before? This part of the sea is out. The part of the sea outside is like the castle. It belongs to the past. This is something that should have been forgotten. If one ceaselessly calls out to a monster that has been blotted from the memory, they might yet jump out and cause trouble. It is wise to be cautious. It is for the best if we simply treat it as an ordinary fish. You make everything sound so scary, Aussie. Are you just trying to creep us out or something? I simply mean to avoid unnecessary complications. After all, our top priority is to retrieve the surface dwellers' souls, no? It just so happens that there's a blank score before us. We simply need to use the music box to tune the auto-harmonic reed pipes on either side, and we can obtain it. Give it a go. An auto-harmonic device built by an ancient civilization obsessed with music. It must be tuned to the correct mode using the power of the symphony. As you hold and unleash play sound waves, the soundboard will keep sliding. Release to cause it to point at the specific note. This will allow you to change the tuning. Once a set of auto-harmonic reed pipes has been appropriately tuned, the note floating above them will change. As to what the correct note is, you might be able to find clues nearby.
What a stroke of good luck!
But this score is totally blank. It looks like we won't be able to play it with the music box either. What are we going to do with it then? If there's nothing there, that means that any melody can be written upon it. We will be able to make use
My
of
time with the
this.
Spina has taught me that carrying an unreliable weapon is worse than not carrying. Ah! Ha!
Tell us about your relationship to this castle. You've guessed it already, I reckon. In the past, when I could still change my form freely, he and I, and many of our companions, dwelt here. In those days, a new nation had just been born, and as far as we were concerned, the possibilities were yet endless. Here, we organized the classics, researching music theory and magic, in the hopes that we might tame this perilous power and use it to open up a brighter age. But these possibilities would quickly become lost to us, and I alone remained. Oh my god. Aussie. It's fine. These things happened a long time ago. You're getting pet, whether you like it or not. Is this the stage you spoke of earlier, Aussie? And are Paimon's eyes deceiving her, or is the mural on top still moving? It's kind of spooky. That terrifying power couldn't be escaping from here, could it? Aussie? Hey, Aussie! Aussie! Are you spacing out? Meow? My apologies. I was distracted for a moment. Did you once perform on this stage? Is that why you're feeling nostalgic or something like that? Perhaps you were an audience member. Oh, good point. I might have, or I might not. It was all in the past either way. Utterly irrelevant. What matters now is the scent of discord I smell in the air, as though some presence, one that makes me uneasy, once visited this place. I fear that specifics may only be ascertained once we have performed the score here. There's one here too? Paimon didn't notice. Well, you may have seen the scores shaped like strings, but you have not seen those shaped like murals. One such is before you now. Oh, so the pictures are moving because it's actually a score? Yes. Did we not find a blank score before? It is now time to perform it. Please, do the honors. Not only do we have the same hardy skin, but in our veins flows the same divine essence. We share the same wisdom and melody, the same will. Whoa! Someone's coming out of the mural. It has been too long, dear friend. How many years since that day? 500? Thousands? Still, time matters not to us at all. You may be in this small body now, but I recognized you in an instant. Well, have you tired of battle and decided to take up rat catching as a new hobby? It's you. And what is he exactly? A monster? A ghost? Or could he be the real Dark Lord? Dark Lord, pah! Barbarians remain barbarians, I see, ignorant even of their own ignorance. Boethius of Remuria am I, foremost harmest of Phobos. You need not introduce yourselves. I have no interest in the titles peddled by primitives. You know this rude fella, Aussie? I do not deny it, but need you be so formal, Cassiodor? Do our years of service under our Sebastos, our good king, matter so little to you? The past is past. I do not know you, whose soul has long been shattered, have manifested. I do not know how you, whose soul has long since been shattered, have manifested, but it seems that the chaotic symphony is your doing, and none other. Cease, return the souls of those who live in the present, and go back to the shadow beneath the deep waters, to where you belong. This is my final warning to you. Oh, and what then? Will you continue wearing your mask of hypocrisy, traitor? Will you shut your eyes and ears for another millennium? But you have noticed, haven't you, why my melody would break its bonds at this time and affect the present? Why, my strength has given me the might to open the gate to the deep waters, allowing me to manifest. The power of the sea surges, Cassiodor. The return of Phobos is imminent. Phobos? Yes, indeed, over these thousands of years I have already bound my soul to the shattered Phobos, the omniscient enigma, the great power, who is about to finally descend once again. And is this not the wish that we once failed to accomplish? To repeat the past is to give the ancient tragedy an encore, nor have I ever wanted to sacrifice innocent lives. Is that so? Well, not that it matters, Cassiodor. The world you have defended is coming apart at the seams. The people of bygone times you see before you shall return to their rightful places. Fontaine's existence is a mistake, one we shall correct. When the oceans swallow it, Remuria shall rise above the sea once again, and its light shall shine over the land. Is this because of the primordial sea? Do even barbarians know of its existence nowadays? You are the mistaken one. We should have assimilated into this new nation thousands of years ago, but it was you who warped them into puppets of ancient hate. Whether that Phobos matter is true or false, as long as my will has not dissipated, your schemes will not succeed. Do you mean to say, then, that we should abandon our honor as Remurians and degenerate into mere base instincts? How could I ever allow my kin to return to those bags of decaying flesh and become slaves to fate once more? It seems that the millennia have not led you to accept Remuria's downfall. If anything, you have grown more obstinate still. Perhaps it is in our stubbornness alone that we are quite similar. I thought that the long years would have rendered you willing to once more stand by our side. You betrayed the tribe that birthed you, and you betrayed Remuria. You may have become the Golden Hunter, but you cannot remove the brand of Sebastos that marks you still. You will always be a Remurian. Remurians have long ceased to exist, save in your delusions. The world of old has passed away. Of course, or so it was meant to be, but now the border between past and present has faded. If you insist on becoming the enemy of our ancient realm and sealing me once more in a cage buried beneath the waves, then those Fontanians you wish to protect, yes, all of Petrichor, shall be buried as one. Huh? No way! We won't let that happen! That is not up to you, insolent savage. When the time comes, your lowly flesh will be rendered as dust, but your souls will join with ours, and take the next step of evolution. we shall bestow upon you eternal, resilient bodies, that you may never again suffer mortal pain. Should you have words of gratitude, I will hear them. You gotta be kidding me, bro. That's not something we'd be thankful for at all. Just like those puppets who dance. Just like those puppets who danced as you once performed. Those pitiable slaves and servants. Those poor children, everything was stripped from them, and you still speak with such conviction. All things have their price. Narrow personal opinions are but refuse to be discarded by a higher class of beings such as I. Besides, as I see it, they are the ideal form of humanity, adhering unerringly to perfect order. You're absolutely nuts, and despicable too. Despicable? Ha! And what would you call Cassiodor what would you call what Cassiodor did to us thousands of years ago then? By comparison, this is nothing. But patience. We shall have a good long talk, but not here, no more. We shall speak beneath the deep waters, in the deepest bowels of our ancient realm, where everything began. The realm awakens, Cassiodor. You are the sole survivor of our fallen realm. The sole Remurian left with free will, and you have left us for far too long. You must return to us and listen to the lamentation and anger of the long years. Perhaps then you will be more receptive to my symphony and to the arrangement of Phobos. I will await you in the royal city of Remuria, in Domus or Aurea, where Sebastus plied his melody. I will, of course, extend the appropriate hospitalities to those souls from the present before your arrival. Should you still remain irresolute when the time comes, their souls will naturally receive their release. And as for you, you are not part of Phobos' plan, and yet the great symphony shall in no wise cast out any audience. Do enjoy the passing prelude I have prepared for you. If fortune proves favorable, we shall meet again. Who could have seen this coming? Well, that shut him up. What do we do now, though? If we want to save the souls of the townspeople, we're gonna have to head to that Dumas Aria of whatever that super rude, duper arrogant guy talked about, right? As you might recall, we weren't invited. Since when have we ever needed invitations to crash some bad guy's party? Oh, right, but from what he said, he seems to have known Ossie for a long time. Said they worked for the Sebastos or whatever. We need to have a good talk before we go. Cassiodor. If you have anything you'd like to ask me this time, I shall tell you all I know. I feel like we skipped a lot of the story. Like, I feel like I was supposed to have this interaction much later than I have. Tell us about Remuria. That's where you and that rude fellow are both from, right, Aussie? We've heard that name before. Seems to be an ancient nation. That's true. We heard about Remuria back in the fortress of Meripede. Apparently, it was ruled by a god named Ramus. The story said Ramus rode his big ship around and conquered all of Fontaine, but that's as much as Paimon knows. Very well. The story begins before the court of Fontaine as you know it was born. The Sebastos Ramus founded a nation above the high seas that is above the high sea that is Fontaine, and the ancestors of the present-day Fontanians named him the Dark Lord Ramus in their terror. Before it sank, this body of water was part of the Great Fontaine Lake and the location where the capital of Remuria was sited. As such, these waters have the same properties as those of Fontaine. Wait, so we're actually in the ruins of Remuria now? Yes, Paimon. Obviously. Indeed, but where the tale differs from the commonly told history is the people of Remuria were not ordinary humans like the Fontanians. Rather, they were a new race. Their bodies were cast of stone, with ichor for blood. The Sebastos gave us such bodies, in the hopes that we could escape our prisons of rotting flesh and fate. His great vision was that we should all grasp the power. Oh my goodness. Why am I yawning so much? His great vision was that we should all grasp the power of symphony and thereby escape the shackles of Fortuna, becoming masters of our own destiny. So those stone statues we saw on the way here, those were your kin? Precisely so. I fear that they have long lost their free will. However, becoming mindless slaves, worse off by far than the humans of old, easily perishable though they are. Wait, in that case, why are you a cat? I am a cat for now. And one's will and soul are more important than one's body, are they not? Regardless, it was Sebastos who gave me new life. We once possessed all of the high sea, countless cities and palaces, flowers, flowing wine, and yet fate found us all the same. After returning from the deepest depths of the sea, the Sebastos used ichor to create imperishable bodies for the people, and still the prophesied future did not change. Our god king believed it was because human souls could not escape the gravity of fate, and so he wrote the symphony, a music that could weave destiny. He believed that through this he had found a way to resist fate, but instead that path led us into utter darkness, step by step. And in the end, the entire kingdom sank beneath the waves, as though it had been smote by divine judgment. No. I fear that even he did not foresee such an outcome, though all the same, that is what happened. If you have anything you'd like to ask me this time, I shall tell you all I know. That's all for now. We can leave the rest for later. Very well. If there is anything else you wish to know, do not hesitate to ask me. Guess we're heading to Domus Aurea next, right? So we can meet that rude guy again? It's going to be dangerous for sure, but I will continue to guide you. It is, after all, my homeland. Though it may have sunk to the very bottom of the sea, I remember its path still, even after all this millennia. Or so I believe. Just don't let it down when it counts. Should we encounter difficulties, you may count on me. Do not forget that I am far stronger than an ordinary cat. You know, every time Paimon remembers that you're actually an ancient person from thousands of years ago, it just feels wrong that we're calling you Aussie. But your full name is way too long, so... Okay, let's just call you Monsieur Os, then. What do you think? Is it polite enough? A name to me is nothing more than a label, but as this represents your acknowledgement, Paimon, I will gladly accept it. Let's move out. It shouldn't be too bad to keep your rude friend waiting, but the townspeople can't wait that long. so confused. Huh. Alright. After you load a blank score, you can activate the performance device to begin a glorious on-stage performance. As you are performing, the stage will fire off note bubbles of different types. If you can collect a certain As you are performing, this stage will fire off note bubbles of different types. If you can collect a certain number of note bubbles during this time, the performance will proceed normally. Use the power of the symphony by pressing to unleash a pause sound wave and cause the note bubbles to stop moving, all the better for you to collect them. While you are performing, you might encounter all sorts of unexpected situations. Find a way to conquer these challenges and complete your performance. Once the giant ship Fortuna in the mural reaches its destination, your performance will have reached its perfect conclusion. As the ship in the mural sails along, it will encounter storms, during which you must collect note bubbles to deploy a shield and weather the lightning. If the ship is sunk before it can deploy said shield, the performance will fail as well. During a storm, the stage will also be subject to unpredictable thunderstrikes. Find a way to avoid them and complete the performance. That is a lot.
I'm loving this treasure hunt. Maybe if... Aha! Ah! Coming at ya! Whoa! What a stroke of good luck!
Well, more of an archive, but your description isn't off either. Ancient theatrical scripts, music scores, all the stories of things that have and have not happened. All of them were penned down and stored here. Someone once believed that if all the possibilities in every story were exhausted, the secrets of fate would be unveiled. But the truth was not as complicated as he believed. Each person's fate is charted by their wishes, and the possibilities are not so great in number in the first place. Perhaps he too understood that in the end.
I'm loving this treasure hunt. Let's dance. Coming at ya. Cha. Ha. Nah. Nah. Hiya. Ha. Nah. Ha. Hey there. Nah. Ha. Hey. Power chord! Hiya! Nah! Haha! Nah! 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 Ha! Haha! Hiya! Nah! Coming at ya! Watch out! Nah! Cha! Hiya! Nah! Hey there! Ha! You can't run! Watch out! Time to rock! I'll protect us. Lights out. Fire! Well, with thought. Hiya! Cha! Nah! Coming at ya! Nah! Ha! Watch out! Hiya! Nah! Nah! Hey there! Nah! Ha-ha! Ha! Pyrotechnics! Nah! Ha! Nah! Ha-ha! Coming at ya! Nah! Cha! Nah! Hubba! Ha! Hey there! Nah! Hiya! Ha! Feeling lucky? Oh, what a stroke of good luck!
That's cool. Are you serious? This is a wonderful little puzzle.
Quick, let's pack it up. Whoa! What a stroke of good luck! Hip.
Well, how do I get to the How do I get to the exhibition hall then? Huh. I don't know. I'm not even sure how to get out of here, actually. So I need to find both pieces of the lost score first. Get another lost grimoire to get in there. My best guess for this is that I'm gonna have to find another lost grimoire elsewhere, so I'm just gonna move on to other things for now.
Quick, let's pack it up. Hip.
Alright, now, how did I get to the archive?
Oh, what a stroke of good luck!
Alright, so the other. Never mind. I was gonna say that the other piece of the lost score wasn't in there, but I was wrong. There we go. Oh wait, I think... Yeah, I already came down here at one point.
Loving this treasure hunt.
did not.
Let's dance. Coming at ya. Watch out. Coming at ya.
That galloping animation is so stiff. Whoa!
What a nuisance.
Oh my god, that did so much damage.
Yeah. Punishment. Let the show be. Watch out! Attack! That's the way. Watch out! You can't run! Watch out! Payback! Watch out! I'll protect us. Judgment! Feel the beat!
That was a very fun boss fight. I love that enemy. That's awesome. There we go. I'm getting all sorts of turned around in here. could have sworn that I saw one more bookcase that I could walk through. Aha. Oh, there's a dude in there. That's the wrong button.
Hey there! Let's dance. Hey there! Hey there! Hiya! Ah! Hey there! Coming at ya! Hiya! Ha! Cha! I'm loving.
Alright, I think I have done everything there is to do in the Faded Castle, so... Oh yeah, I should probably grab that. It looks like a new movement! Quick, put it in the music box so we can give it a listen! Tuba Mira. Tuba Mirum. As at the beginning of an epic opera, the hero embarks on their journey. Guided by fate, the wandering king regained a nation and people, and wished to bring wisdom and wealth to this land of ignorance. Who are you, and why have you come hither to such a remote realm, sailing a magnificent ship into our bay, covered in gold and brass? That which compels you must be divine fate. Oh, wait. Wow, a table. Monsieur Os. Oh yeah, since Boethius has run off, I guess we could finally play this mural symphony in peace. I already did that, my guy. This piece of music depicts the first legendary voyage of the Sebastos to the land called Meripis, guided by the oracle Sibylla. This was the beginning of our ancient civilization, the beginning of all the stories that would follow. It being recorded here means that that fellow believed that the principle of cycles would cause the old civilization to resurface, resulting in the drama playing out over and over. But since it is a drama, then it needs a protagonist, and if you wish to enjoy the music, why don't you try playing the part? Of course, the musical score here will be transferred onto the blank score you retrieved previously. You can then listen to the song at any time. Really now, not even trace of civilization remains. Well, no need to wax nostalgic then. By order of Dominus Boethius, exalted Harmos, and in order with the most sacred, beneficent symphony of our great Sebastos, the Initium Inani are to be are to be shut from today on. No one enters and no one leaves. For the Empire, for our God King, for human civilization. Hmm. That strange glowing fish. Where is this Hydroculus? Oh, there we go. Whoa, looks just like that glowing fish we saw before. There are still weird things tangled around this hop nearby. What the heck is going on? Paimon's getting more and more confused. I've heard this voice in a dream before. I can't remember what his name is. I can't remember his name anymore, though. Yes, you must have met him in the Sebastos' dream, did you not? Scylla, a fell dragon who once served the Sebastos. He was subdued and sealed here by Boethius. Eh? Mr. Super Rude subdued an evil dragon? Paimon didn't think he could do something that amazing. Well, Fell Dragon was the name they gave, but it was no more than a Vishap. But it is no more than a Vishap that it was a teensy bit stronger than normal. After all, no new Hydro Dragon can be born, so long as the Mistress of Many Waters hibernated in the deep seas. That's right. Neuville's the Hydro Dragon, isn't he? Doesn't that mean that this guy's way older than even him? That doesn't mean that this guy's even way older than even him, does it? A new Dragon of Water has already been born. Then again, it has been a long time since even the former Mistress of Many Waters passed. So much time has passed. In any case, the evil dragon Scylla was once the Sebastus' friend, but he revolted at a critical juncture in the showdown between us Remurians and the Fontanians. At the time, Scylla led the brutal Dragonborn to Makimos, intent on breaching the inner city, Capitolium, where the Sebastos resided. Yeah, the people in town were always talking about some Makimos, a bell tower or something. Correct. Makimos is the outer city of the capital. But should the Fell Dragon wish to enter the inner city, he must pass through the Initiatum Iani. God. That is the barrier separating the inner and outer parts of the capital, and the symphony weaved by the Sebastos and the magicians, which covered all of Remuria, passed through Initium Iani and its golden waterways. Boethius and his legions used this fact to shut the Initium Iani, thus finally sealing the evil dragon. Perhaps Scylla sought to go before the Sebastos' throne, but such an opportunity is now forever lost. Afterward, the evil dragon sank alongside Remuria, and the Sebastos too was lost, remaining so to this very day. Did you recall something, Blood? It all feels a bit muddled. That is true, only I heard tell of events after it had all transpired myself, having not been in the capital when the disaster struck. Then, none knew what had happened. None knew just what had happened to the Sebastos. I fear that we can only learn more by proceeding further. The large glowing fish that we saw in the castle must be the thoughts that escaped from fissures in Scylla's stony cell. I fear he has already taken notice of our presence. Having been sealed here for so long, now that he's finally sensed outsiders, he will naturally find a way to lure us in. So that's it. Hang on a minute. You said the way to Domus Aurea is through these gates or something, but hasn't Boethius shut them already? Doesn't this mean there's no getting through? This will prove quite tricky, yes. There's gotta be a limit to how rude you can be. What's with this "I'll wait for you at Domus Aurea mwahaha nonsense when you won't even leave the door open, huh? You know, why don't we go find some way to break the seal on the evil dragon, and get the former foe he beat to break the door down for us? No, how could we do such a thing? After, after all, that is one of Remuria's nemeses. But Remuria is long gone, no? That's right. It's been so long. For all you know, he might have decided to turn over a new leaf and be a nice dragon. But he is still a dragon. Come on, so what? Even if he is a dragon, he might be the reasonable kind we can talk with. We've got experience in dealing with dragons, don't we, Blood? Yep, that bit where he kicked up a storm in Mondstadt while under the influence of a curse. We had a big fight because of it, too. Those examples weren't very convincing, were they? Come on, Aussie. No amount of suspicious looks is suddenly going to give us better options. I know. You're right. Let's give it a try. The seals that bind the evil dragon seem to be connected to 3 locations. Let us begin by removing the chains in those 3 places. Oh. This is bigger than I thought it would be. Washer octopus.
Time to rock! Fire! Well, watch out! Now! Coming at ya! Head up! Cha! Head up! Ha! Head up! Coming at ya! Ha-ha! Nah! Ha-ha! Nah! Cha! Ha-ha! Nah! Ha! Nah! Ha-ha! Cha! Lights out. A proper send-off from the speak. Watch out! Ah! Hiya! Nah! Cha! Coming at ya! Hiya! Ha-ha! Hey there! Ha! Watch out! Ha-ha! Nah! Nah! Hiya! Cha! Nah! Hey there! Ha! Nah! Ha! Cha! Nah! Watch out! Nah! Nah! Ha! Hey there! Cha! Ha-ha! Nah! Coming at ya! Nah! Nah! Ha! Cha!
Dominus Cassiodor. Dominus Cassiodor, is that you? It is you, just as I thought. You finally returned. I was ordered to guard this fortress, but the cruel Vishaps and the attacks of the barbarians were simply too much for me, so I was forced back step by step until I arrived here. It seems as though many, many years have passed since then. What tidings from beyond? Are we victorious? Is that so? Then we lost. I am sorry. Do not say such things, Honor Dominus. I had already imagined this day might come when I joined the Sebastos' legions. Did the Sebastos not say he wanted to lead us to break the shackles of Fortuna, but is doing that so simple? After all, what we struggle against is fate itself, and defying fate is a feat beyond even the greatest of gods. In the end, all our efforts were in vain. Nay, say not so, Dominus. We took up arms against divine destiny, and our deeds challenged the laws of heavens. We resisted that prophecy, resisted it most valiantly. Though we failed in the end, someone must have betrayed us, led us astray. Still, the outcome no longer matters. Come what may, our deeds will be carved into this world's history. Hey, why did he fall over like that? Can stone people also just suddenly faint? I still do not know his name. It appears his history has now reached its conclusion. Wait, that's so sad. Has he just been fighting here all these thousands of years? But now he is finally at peace. Let us continue onward. The 3 chains that bind Scylla are wrapped around 3 stone pillars. Use the power of the symphony and hold to unleash a play sound wave that will remove them. Due to the lengthy passage of time, the stone pillars will sometimes become overgrown with vines, making them unable to resonate with the symphony. Remove the vines first, then remove the chains.
I really want to go traveling. I don't mind where we go, as long as I have my friends with me. Quick, let's pack it up.
I see. What exactly happens if I just swim up?
How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
Alright. Oh, I already got this one. Hey you, yes you gibbering imbecile. Why do you delay? Even if we waste away, the treasure won't move itself, surely. Nay, sir. It's just that they are simply too heavy. We've been at this all day, yet there's still so much left. Where, then, is the intrinsic merit in feeding that prodigious size of yours? It's treasure, you brute, treasure! Of course it's heavy. Besides, we confiscated all these treasures from those accursed barbarians, did we not? Leaving such wealth in the hands of those insects who live like swine and mongrels would be a terrible waste. But sir, don't you think we should have brought a few more ships if we wanted to haul all this to Remuria? What are you, slow? Imperial cargo ships are not to be used for such a thing. Well, why don't we destroy what we cannot carry? Better than to having it fall in the hands of these savages. Is it just Paimon, or have we heard this conversation before? Sounds a bit like when we first arrived in Petrichor. Yeah, those unlucky adventurers we drove off before were saying similar stuff. Feels like this round's worse than the last lot, too. Is it possible they were turned into golems after the boat they were on sank? That's so creepy. Are you of Legio's 9? What are you doing here? Should you not have all been ordered to retreat to Fort Charybdis? Hey, Est, don't you dare ruin our fun, you hear? These barbarians are less of a threat than dead fish anyway, so just let us have our fun messing about here for a while longer, would you? These treasures. Ugh, I don't know what orders your Harmos gave you, but did the Sebastos not order us to subdue these ignorant tribes and free them of fate's shackles? These orders do not include such clearly criminal deeds. Ha! Surely you jest. The orders of our commander, mighty Dominus Boethius, were indeed to punish these savages harshly. And besides, we have received no punishment. That means both Phobos and the Sebastos, our imperator, approve of our actions. So what's all this talk about crimes? Are you trying to start trouble? But there's another S tier? Well, aren't things getting weirder by the moment? It appears that it is time to answer that question of yours. The Est you met in town must be a descendant of Remurians. His ancestor must have followed me to join the new nation all those years ago, becoming an ordinary Fontanian. As such, the symphony that has stolen these Fontanian souls would not affect him, but in turn, the melody that records his ancestor memories had nowhere to go, and so attached itself to that statue. So you mean that Est here is Town Est's ancestor, the real Est the Quick-Witted? What about the others? Just wandering souls, lost in their memories. Let us go have a look. You walk up together with Monsieur Oz. Hello there, Est. Yes, hello. And who are you exactly? You do not appear to be Remurians. Are you savages then? I'm just a passing traveler. Well, this is a battlefield, and you put yourselves in great peril. You should leave this place, regardless of who you are. Est, it is I. It has been a while. Skies above, it's you, Dominus Cassiodor. You so rarely appear in this form that I almost failed to recognize you. And as for these two, are they your attendants? You can just take that to be so. Still, Dominus Cassiodor, what brings you here? Did the Sebastos not send you to... Damnation! I cannot remember. Am I in some sort of dream? That does seem to be the case. Haha, surely you jest. The Sebastos must have assigned you to some secret mission again, or else I am an ignoramus. You guessed correctly. Speaking of which, why are the legionnaires of Legio 9 guarding those chains? The chains. You mean the treasure, yes? I believe them to be spoils of war. That the Sebastos views war as not but a sad necessity in fulfilling our grand aspirations, and has long outlawed such brutal behaviors. You know as well as I that they have become commonplace nonetheless. We are on the path of darkness, though none perceive it. Dominus Cassiodor, what has happened? Phobos was meant to bring us happiness, but all I feel is a pain I cannot name. I, too, am searching for the answer to that question, but it appears that we will have to deal with the problem at hand first. Indeed. Still, those are our legionnaires, so let us solve things peacefully, if we may. Ahem. Ahem. Legionnaires of Legio 9. Huh? Who are you? Est's little helpers. We are special envoys of the Imperator, our Sebastos. What kind of rank is that? Well, that's not completely wrong. We're with Dominus Cassiodor. It seems you two have quite the penchant for acting. Dominus Cassiodor, you say? I heard that the Sebastos sent him to Remurica. Has he returned so soon? Well, the one next to us is, in fact... Whatever the case, we have come to survey the frontline legions. Right, I figured as much. I mean, we haven't gone to Fort Charybdis with the main body of the troops. But we are the rear guard, so some final cleanup is well within our range of duties, eh? Is this also a command from Phobos? Well, it should have guided our every move, but since coming here there have been many times when we could not hear its melody. As such, we've fallen back on Dominus Boethius's directives. Ah, that impudent fellow. Who do you think you are? How dare you impugn Dominus Boethius' name so flagrantly? A Harmos as esteemed as he follows the directives of the Sebastos in all things. His word is the word of Phobos himself. Yet you are not receiving the melody. Well, that is true enough. But in what can we place our trust, if not Phobos? Surely it would not stand idly by were we to diverge from the correct path. Phobos is a perfect creation. I counsel you, as a Remurian, to not doubt its directives. Phobos' silence signifies rejection. Yes, that is possible. How did I not consider that? Could our rash actions have caused Phobos to cease guiding us? If so, then it bodes very ill. Very well, you speak true. We must reconsider our actions. In truth, I do not know how things came to this. There's been a strange feeling in my heart since this war broke out. We were meant to pursue freedom and happiness, but Phobos led us here instead, step by step. Has something gone wrong? What could it be? If you meet with the Sebastos upon your return, please apprise him of our circumstances and our doubts. You'll be doing us a truly great favor. Don't worry, we will. It seems you've resolved our previous problem. I suppose that means you'll be rushing ahead towards your next goal then? Yes, I'll be counting on you to take care of this place, Est. Also, remember that it is better to trust the wisdom of your heart rather than handing all judgment of right and wrong over to Phobos or any Harmos. The Sebastos created Phobos to free us from our servitude to destiny, but the people's blind faith has led us into enslavement more frightful still. In the future, you may encounter a similar choice once more. I hope you will make the right decision when the time comes. Dominus Cassiodor, why are you suddenly speaking of such things? Still, I shall keep your words in my heart. I, Est, shall uphold my own sense of justice. That is good. Farewell, Est. I believe we shall meet again.
I'm loving this treasure hunt. I'm loving this treasure hunt. This one's got your name on it! Feeling lucky? Umbrella warfare, I guess! Ah! 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 Shrug till I'm dead! Fire! Well, hey there! Hey there! Ah! 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 Ha! Coming at ya! Hiya! Ah! 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 I'm loving this treasure hunt. Quick, let's pack it up.
Alright, I think I'm going to call the stream here, but before I go, I'm going to do one more 10th hole for Arlecchino for the day. Running the wings, come on. so that was the worst pull today. Well, that feels like a sour note to end the stream on, but we're going to do so nonetheless. So, have a good night, and I'll see you next time.